How's it going, folks? Welcome to another fun at-home table read. Tonight, we're doing a really kind of weird one. I'm a 90s kid, so Kids in the Hall. That was a fun one. And we're going to do their movie, Brain Candy, tonight. I'm really excited to see how this one goes. The script, from what I've seen, is very, very close to the actual movie. So let's just jump right into introducing ourselves. I'm Logan. I'm going to be doing action description.
And I'm Travis, and I'm playing Chris.
I'm Anne. I'm going to be Dawn.
I'm George, and I'll be Mrs. Hurdicure.
I'm Angie, and I don't know. I don't see the.
Oh, I put it in the Zoom chat.
Oh, it's that.
Is
Okay, I'm Alice.
All right. Well, away we go. Kids in the Hall, Brain Candy. Written by Norm Hiscock, Bruce McCullough, Kevin McDonald, Mark McKinney, and Scott Thompson. Transcribed by Byron Vibber, Leah, and one who shall remain nameless. Prepared by Trista Lekoski. Okay. Exterior street night. Nina Bedford music. A bum presses his face up against a window and smiles. Lightning flashes. Turns around, begins to walk away from the window. A taxicab drives up.
Ah!
Hey, show some respect, you worthless piece of shit.
Smile, it's free.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story now about how people, like that sad, pathetic prick back there, found happiness. But it's not a happy story, okay? I mean, why do people think life should always be happy, you know? Because when I was a little boy, my mother used to sing me a song, and it went like this. Life is short, life is shit, and soon it will be over. But for you, my friends, this story is just the beginning.
Camera enters Suicide Club. Music, Some Days Are Dark. Cut to interior Suicide Club.
Grivo, 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 Grivo.
Music picks up as Grivo comes on stage and makes a grand entrance. He grunts. Some days it's dark. Some days I work. I work alone. I walk alone. Oh, no. Groupie number 1 gives some sort of cigarette to groupie number 2, who crushes it into her wrist. Melanie stares on, horrified and yet excited. Grivo continues singing in the background. Sweetness, bring me laughter or not.
Oh my God, wow.
Melanie starts dancing, copying the groupie. Grivo grunts. Dissolve to exterior suburban house, Wally's house. Exterior shot of a suburban housing tract. Cut to interior suburban house, Wally's house. Wally's son and daughter are watching TV. They look up as drum-heavy music is heard. Camera follows their look through the ceiling from the room above, where Wally is enjoying himself with gay porn. There's a fire, Mr. November, he's hot. Mr. December, he likes it hot. A click is heard as the front door opens. Wally pours a liquid onto himself to simulate a shower. Wally's wife, Doreen, enters the house.
Hi, kids. Where's your father?
Hey, kids.
Again?
Hey, kids.
He's upstairs masturbating to gay porn.
Again?
Yeah.
Wally enters wearing a bathrobe.
Hey, kids.
Hey, Dad.
I was just taking a shower. Yep, just had myself a shower.
Shower?
Whoa, honey, you're home.
Wally embraces Doreen.
Wally, you're hurting me.
I'm just so glad you're home.
Cut to exterior street, city. White trash man in Ricky Pest rid truck is following a badly dressed white trash woman.
Baby, get in the vehicle, baby.
This is not a woman. I'm not getting in the vehicle.
Baby, this is my gift to you.
What? Gift? This is not a gift. You freaking stole this.
I stole it to make it up to you, baby.
Yeah, well, tell me this. How can you sleep with my best friend and then tell me about it?
Sure, I told you about it, baby. But don't shoot the messenger.
Well, you can say goodbye to this.
No, baby, no.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Baby, I need it.
Wait, bye-bye, baby. Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Never no more, Romeo. I'll see you in my dreams, you cheating, lying, backstabbing freak.
Camera pans upwards and peers into the windows. Camera pans to the left past an old man, close on the German guy. Interior psychiatrist's office. Gunther speaks to his psychiatrist, subtitles accompanying his speaking.
Ist erst ein Schwarzgrube in mir, die schlägt die Italien. Meinen wirst Mördenbarsche singen, diesen Dacken, dicken aufwärts. As up on Dungadi, the Gaga,
Subtitle: I have a black pit that rests inside of me that fuels my all-consuming sense of nothingness, as if monotony and drudgery were the only compass points in my dark walk through life. I'm sorry, I don't speak German.
Scheist.
Subtitle: The nipples of Mother Hope have run dry. Interior Suicide Club. Most days it's dark. Whoa. I can't go on. This is bullshit. The crowd cheers. Grivo sneers, pushes over the microphone, and the camera follows the microphone as it falls, continues down through the ground. Interior Depression Clinic. The camera continues past a sign which says Depression Project. Lightning flashes. Chris is at the end of the hallway inspecting an invisible board. He goes forward, even back, and when we turn to the lab proper to the right, Dolly left past Simon, holding a test tube and having a monkey on his shoulder. Then Baxter, swishing a test tube and smoking. Then Alice, who has a cookie in her mouth and is typing. As Alice goes out of the shot, she puts her cookie down. We show the board. Chris is writing equals D plus 3 equals happy. He drops the chalk and cries out in surprise and joy. Cut back to the lab. Everyone looks up. Follow Chris's feet as he walks briskly into the lab with a strange gait. Then cut to a medium shot as he claps his hands together and says,
I think I just may have something.
Cut to Interior Depression Clinic interior room. A very sad patient 957, Mrs. Hurdicure, sits. An outstretched hand holds a blue pill, which the camera follows as it approaches her mouth.
Easy, patient 957. And open.
What would this do?
Well, what it does is it reaches into your brain chemically and locates your happiest memory chemically, and then locks onto that emotion and freezes it chemically, and then it keeps you're happy.
Chris, she's depressed, not stupid.
Come on, just take it.
All right.
She swallows the pill, and the camera follows it through her esophagus and into her stomach, where it dissolves in a shallow layer of liquid, which also contains a fish, dentures, and an apple core. We then follow as a fizzing liquid drains, and then a crazy brain shot as a strange sound effects are heard. Dissolve to Interior Mrs. Hurdicure's house. We finally lock onto a clock that reads 10 until 2. People are knocking at the door.
I'm coming. Merry Christmas. Presents.
Sorry we're a few hours late, Ma, but you know how the kids hate old people.
Oh, well, that's all right. As long as we're all together now, eh?
Yeah, it's the important thing. How's you out there, Ma? You doing okay?
Oh, good. Just a touch of the sciatic. You gave us these last year, stupid.
Yeah, so I hear Dad's dead.
Yeah.
Hey, is that eggnog over there?
Oh, go have yourself a glass. I gotta go check on the bird. I thought we'd have yams this year.
Uh-huh.
We bought ourselves a butterball because remember last year's was so dry. And where Doreen says they're the best.
Raymond drinks something alcoholic. Yeah, uh-huh. Look, gotta go. Come on, kids, in the car. Come on, let's go. Yep, sorry, Ma, we gotta go.
You're off?
Hey, you got that gift for my ma?
Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, Mother Hurdicure.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
It's a harmonica.
They leave.
Well, see you next year. That was lovely.
Clock chimes. Cut to interior depression clinic, interior room. We zap back to the present. Mrs. Hurdicure looks rather happy.
Look, she's smiling. Oh my. Oh my.
Alice starts hyperventilating. Baxter does or says something.
Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down.
All right.
How do you feel, patient 957?
Oh, like a fresh towel drying on the line on a summer's day. Oh, I feel like a worm peeking its head out of the ground after a rainstorm and seeing a robin. Oh, I feel like God's rubbing my tummy. You know, I haven't felt this happy since my son came to visit at Christmas.
This could be it.
Well, it's a strong maybe. Well, it could be. It is.
This could be it.
It might.
Behind the bunch, another guy in a lab coat is seen. Jesus Christ. Look, I think we've got it. Yeah. They all turn to look at him.
And who are you?
Just a guy.
Hmm.
The guy leaves. Exterior, Roritor building, establishing shot. Exterior, Roritor building, window. Marv is looking out, holding a walkie-talkie. Interior, Roritor building, window. Marv is watching a helicopter making its approach.
We're commencing final approach.
Any clue on his mood today?
I'm sorry, I can't get a sense of his mood.
Sock color?
Red Sox.
Marv shouts down to a man at the bottom of the stairs. Red Sox! Red Sox!
Red Sox, oh my god!
Cut to interior Roritor building, hallway elevator.
Red Sox, oh my god!
Jesus. People scurry. Some begin to roll up the blue carpet. Others bring out a red carpet and begin to unroll it.
Red Sox, okay. Let's keep going. Yes, let's work together, oh my god.
Elevator indicator is coming down from top.
Keep going. That's very, very good. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Travis. Elevator doors open. Don walks out. Don music begins. We only see his legs. He lifts up his pants to show that his socks match the carpet. Then walks on, past the camera follow, and moves upward, and we see his face. He comes into the boardroom. People say hi and such forth. Interior Roritor building boardroom.
Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Don.
Why didn't we say good morning yesterday, Marv?
Uncomfortable silence until Don smirks. Everyone begins laughing. Yeah, I guess we did, Don.
Don, how did the board of directors meeting go?
Deep rumbling noises.
Can I have the room for a minute?
Everybody out! All leave. Marv gives an awesome look before closing the door.
My parents coming!
Oh, right. Everyone back in?
People file back in.
Okay, to answer your question, Natalie, the board of directors was a little concerned that we didn't have a back-to-school drug or a Christmas drug. We didn't have an International Women's Day drug.
Marv gets an exasperated look.
Exactly. So, I tried to remind them that when I invented Stummies.
He points to a Stummies poster on the wall. Everyone reaches to the bowl of Stummies on the table and partakes in them. Oh, Stummies. Yes, Don. Oh, thank God that you did.
It took both time and effort. But unfortunately, the board takes a narrow view, and in their own narrow way, they think that the company is losing money, in which, in fact, we are. But again, I think this is the narrow view.
Well, damn them, Don. I mean, what the hell do they know?
No, thank you. Well, they're insisting that we cut our research outlay by 60%.
Various board members go, ha, etc.
Of course, I told them to fuck off.
Good for you, Don.
But then, out loud, I said I'd consider it.
Of course, Don. Exactly the right thing to do. Play with them.
So, where are we with that, Marv?
With what, Don?
Our restructuring plan.
You mean the thing that you just mentioned just now?
Yeah,
Oh, we're on top of that, Don.
good. Look, are we ever going to get the big table in here? Or do I have to go out and cut down that fucking tree myself? I'll get right on that. Yeah? Okay, number one.
Cut to interior depression clinic, sealed off room. Music, very faint, nada de marzo. Simon is administering the medication to 3 patients.
Open. Open. Open.
No, it's been 2 weeks and I don't feel any different. All I've done is gain 8 pounds. Now, what's in this?
A little this, a little of that.
Sugar, isn't it? I'm in the placebo group.
Well, loose lips sink ships. Open.
No, my face tells me it's sugar.
Simon stamps on his foot.
Ah, how?
Simon sticks the pill in his mouth, then slaps the back of his mouth to make him swallow.
Thank you.
You're not allowed to do that to me.
Cut to interior depression clinic, another sealed off room. Mrs. Hurdicure spins in a multi-axis centrifuge in a sealed off room. Enter Chris and Alice, who stand at a large window in front of the room. Chris turns off the machine and it slowly spins down.
Oh, woohoo, yeah. Ah, woo, ah. Oh, my. Oh, hello, doctor. Yes. Oh, my. Alice, just a second. I'm ready. Hello, yeah.
How are you feeling, 957?
Pardon?
How are you feeling, Mrs. Hurdicure?
Excellent. Just a little dizzy.
So it's safe to say that you're not suffering from any mood swings or bouts of depression?
Oh, no, no mood swings, but I am a little dizzy.
How's your appetite?
Excellent, though I am a little dizzy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chris
Okay.
turns on the machine.
Woohoo! Here we go again. Woohoo!
Cut to interior depression clinic, lab.
This urine is great. And the liver function test came back completely clean. Totally clean.
See, I told you that goddamn drug works.
Travis?
What I was going to say was, yes, I know that the early results have been, favorable. I guess is the word.
What?
Oh, come on.
Sorry. Slow down, gang. Remember, we got lots more testing to do.
Guys, maybe Chris is right.
Dr. Cooper? Dr. Chris Cooper?
Yes, sir.
A scream is heard faintly in the background. Can you spare 5 minutes, please?
DEFCON 1. We are at DEFCON 1.
Chris and Marv walk into the hall. So we're going to step upstairs for a moment, okay, Chris? Chris is stopped by a monkey man.
Ooh, the vultures are flying in today. There's a lot of shit going down. It's carnage. They're cutting all the fat. Ooh.
Chris stares at the monkey man for a moment, horrified and confused. Chris?
He
His
is.
monkeys. Give us his monkeys. I heard Don's been shot.
Don's been shot. I heard we've been bought out by the Japanese.
Hey, I just heard the Japanese have been shot.
Chris and Marv enter the elevator, face towards the doors. Police carry off the monkey man.
Give us his monkey now. No, at least let me take my monkeys. I don't care what happens to me, but please, 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 let me take my monkeys. What's going on?
Nothing's going on, Chris. Cut to interior Rotor building boardroom. The table at the boardroom is filled with management personnel.
Look, this is just an informal chat. We were wondering what you were working on in your lab.
Well, I've invented a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Right, and what's positive about that?
Well, it's a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, could it also give worms to ex-boyfriends?
This is a drug for the world to give worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, great. Thanks for stopping by.
You just don't get it here.
Cut to interior Rotor building elevator. Music, butts wiggling. Chris tries to start a conversation by looking silly, but quickly stops. Cut to interior Rotor building boardroom.
Well, I've been working on a thing. It's sort of like Stummies.
Go on. I like what I hear.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
I like it a lot. Is it ready for production?
Yes, sir. It's ready to go.
Yeah. Have there been any side effects?
Yes, sir. A few side effects.
Well, that's okay. As long as there's no flipper babies. Right, Don?
Everyone
Oh, wait.
laughs.
Sorry. Wrong voice.
Well, there have been a few flipper babies.
Cut to interior Rotor building, hallway elevator. Marv and Chris are coming out of the elevator. The big stummy scientist is hysterical and is being carried away by two security guards.
It was only a couple of flipper babies.
Marv, I'm really starting to think.
It'd be really better if you didn't, Chris. They walk towards the boardroom. Marv has an evil smirk on his face. Cut to interior Rotor building boardroom. Marv and Chris walk in.
Dr. Cooper, please have a seat.
Marv motions for Chris to have a seat, and Chris sits down.
Look, this is just an informal chat. Would you like some stummies? There's some in front of you there.
Thank you very much.
Chris takes some stummies from a bowl in front of him, and the crunch echoes throughout the room.
So, how's your family?
I don't really have a family per se, sir. Per se, sir.
So, what are you working on?
Well, as you know, I'm working on a drug that will cure depression.
Low rumble while Don straightens up in his chair.
Go on.
Well, I don't really have my notes with me.
Natalie pulls out a folder of notes from behind her and hands it to Chris.
Apparently, I do have my notes with me. The results have been very positive.
Is it ready?
Oh, well,
Well, look, if it's not ready, then,
it's not that it isn't ready, sir. It's just that we have so much more testing to do.
Dr. Cooper, is it ready or not?
Silence while Chris thinks.
Dr. Cooper?
Cut to interior depression clinic lab. Chris bursts into the lab.
I've got great news. They're going ahead with the drug.
What?
What?
Yeah, lots of things in the lab to do. Lots of things to do.
But Chris, you said there was so much more testing to do.
Well, people say things.
Chris looks through a microscope with fake interest.
Yes, fascinating.
Chris, isn't it a little early in the research phase to be releasing a new drug?
Well, Simon, we can't be too by the bookie about this testing thing.
Chris unbuttons some of Simon's shirt buttons.
That's better. Besides, Baxter here said the drug worked, and we all trust Baxter, don't we?
It's just that
Alice, are you saying you don't trust Baxter?
no, Chris,
What gives?
yeah.
They were going to close down our lab if we didn't come up with the drug.
Oh.
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 Come on, we might be releasing the most effective antidepressant ever.
Well, it is a good drug. Yeah, but
Yeah! Come on! Let's celebrate! They all give just a guy a funny look. Cut to interior restaurant. Hula music is playing. Baxter, Alice, Simon, and Chris are all sitting at a table. They are obviously very drunk.
okay. Who wants another drink? Chris.
Chris raises his hand.
Another drink. Alice. Alice, you're in? Another one?
Alice nods.
Baxter.
Yep.
One more?
Baxter nods.
Chris. Got it.
Simon stands up to leave and then comes back.
Okay. All right, wait. Chris? Another?
Chris nods.
Good. Good boy. Chris. Chris, you're in? Come on, Alice. Alice, come on. Another drink. Right. You're not sure?
Come on, come on.
Okay. All right. Alice is in. And Chris, you're having a drink. All right?
Simon leaves and then comes back in a few seconds.
All right. All right.
Simon shakes his head to clear his thoughts.
Hang on. Baxter?
Shot of Baxter dancing with the hula girls. Shot of Simon on a statue of an elephant.
Hey, look at me. I'm an elephant rider. Eh?
Hula girl comes over to help him off. Alice and Chris are sitting at a table laughing at Simon.
You know, my father suffered from depression.
Chris? Chris, I never knew that, Chris.
Yep.
Cut to exterior Chris's childhood home. Chris has a flashback. He's a kid outside his house fixing his bike.
Hello, son.
He apathetically pats his son's head as his son looks up, mesmerized at his hand.
Wow.
Did you clean the house while your old man was at work tonight?
Yep.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, good. Good. Did you clean under the fridge?
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah? Good. What? Gun. Did you give the gun a good cleaning?
Yeah.
Good boy.
Does the head patting thing again. Chris's dad then walks into the house. On his way, there's a briefcase opening and all of his papers fall out. Chris's dad just keeps walking. He sighs, then opens the door to his house, and in the background, a dog is heard barking. Young Chris goes back to fixing his bike when he hears a gunshot coming from inside the house.
Oh, holy mother, my foot.
Another gunshot.
Oh, my foot.
Another gunshot. Flashback ends. Interior restaurant.
2 hours later, he hit a vital organ and died. Ruined his way to death.
I never knew that, Chris.
Chris leans in to kiss her.
No, this is wrong. We're scientists.
Okay.
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 They lean in to kiss.
No.
Okay.
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 The waiter comes over with the bill.
Excuse me, the bill.
Oh.
Alice runs off crying and knocking over anything in her path. Chris takes the bill.
Thanks.
Cut to depression clinic hallway. Chris comes in with dark glasses on. He obviously has a bad hangover. Hey, Chris, can you spare 5 minutes? Chris takes off his glasses. His eyes are red and squinted. He can barely talk.
Okay.
Cut to interior border building boardroom. Chris walks in to hear everybody laughing. But respectfully, shut the fuck up. More laughing. Cisco turns around in his chair to face Chris. You're not a plate of croissants. More laughing.
No, I'm not.
Well, you can get something to eat, or can you give me something to eat before I chew my fucking hand off? More laughing. Chris turns to leave.
No. This is Dr. Chris Cooper. He's the inventor of the drug.
Thank you for inventing a marvelous drug.
This is Cisco. He's head of marketing. We were just having a little jam session and we wondered what your thoughts were on orange.
For what?
The color of the drug. Duh. More laughing.
Oh, well, the color of the drug in its unsynthesized state is kind of bluish hue.
Great. So, orange it is then?
Everyone in the room agrees.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah, can we get back to work? Cut to interior depression clinic hallway. Chris is walking slowly down the hall. He's worried about the drug.
Chris?
It's all happening so fast.
Alice thinks he's talking about their relationship.
Okay, I won't call for a week.
What?
I understand.
Oh, good.
I
Something wrong?
No.
She runs away again, knocking over Mrs. Hurdicure.
Oh,
Sorry.
my.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
Chris helps her up.
I'm fine. I needed the exercise. Oh, Dr. Cooper. Dr. Chris Cooper, I was actually coming to see you. Do you remember me?
Of course, you're 957.
Dr. Cooper, because of your marvelous drug, I'm out of the old folks' home and I'm on my own again. I'm even working part-time as a nude art model. Oh, doctor, I haven't felt this good since they said it's not malignant. God bless you and your important work. God bless.
Alice comes out to see this, starts crying, and runs away again. Cut to interior border building. People are laughing. Duh! More laughing. Cisco gets out of his chair and stands behind it. Okay. I was driving around last night in my $62,000 car, and suddenly it hit me. Huh?
The name?
No, a bird. It hit my windshield. When that happened, I got depressed.
Not you, Cisco.
But as soon as I got depressed, I got undepressed. Because as I was cleaning the gleaming guts of that bird out of my windshield, I thought of the name for the drug. Gleamanex. Cisco gets a round of applause. Slogan? Gleamanex makes it feel like it's 72 degrees in your head. All the time. Don kisses the tip of his finger to show he likes it, and Cisco gets another huge round of applause. Cut to interior Queen's Palace. A close-up shot of an approval form of the drug. A big red approved stamp is stamped on the form.
The drug is approved. Next.
Interior factory. Cheesy 50s music montage starts. Shot of orange pills coming off a conveyor belt and going into bottles labeled Gleamanex. Shot of lots of pills revolving. Shots of 5 or 6 pills being dropped into a large pill bottle. Shot of pill bottles and pills on a conveyor belt. Shot of lots of pill bottles rotating. Shots of more pill bottles on a conveyor belt. Shots of pills revolving. Shot of gloved hands taking the pill bottles off the conveyor belt and putting them in a box and sending the box down a conveyor belt to a man putting the box in a big red Rotorua Pharmaceuticals truck, along with many other boxes. Exterior factory. A shot of the truck driving down the street. Music ends. Cut to interior television studio, beginning of the Nina Bedford show. On a television in the studio. I used to live on the streets, had cardboard bum from sleeping on cardboard. Then Dr. Cooper gave me his drug. Now I'm more productive. I'm a security guard with a gun. Camera pans out to the Nina Bedford show.
Hi, welcome to the Nina Bedford show. I'm Nina Bedford. Do you like my new outfit?
Audience boos.
Happiness. Can it be bought in the form of a pill? On today's Nina Bedford show, we're talking to Chris Cooper, the inventor of the new wonder drug, Gleamanex.
Audience applauds.
Dr. Cooper, tell us about this new happy drug. How does it make people feel?
Well, Nina, what we like to say around the lab is that it makes people feel like it's
Shot of Cisco backstage, encouraging Chris to say the slogan.
72 degrees in the head all the time.
Cut to interior depression clinic lab. Alice, Baxter, and Simon are watching Chris on TV.
We don't say that.
But we could start.
Cut to interior television studio.
72 degrees in the head. Sounds like LA.
Audience laughs. Chris laughs along pathetically.
Okay, questions. Yes, sir, you.
I want to be a scientist just like you. What's your advice?
Chris looks slightly uncomfortable for a moment.
Work hard and stay in school.
Audience applauds.
Good advice. Good advice. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. All the way up here. Okay.
How big is your house?
Oh, yeah, Chris. How big is your house?
Well, actually, I live in a small apartment.
Audience reluctantly applauds.
Oh, next question. Yes, you, ma'am.
Did anyone ever tell you that you look like Tom Jones? Because, we think you do.
Does anyone want to know how the drug works chemically?
Chris, stand up and wiggle your hips for us.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh, come on. Ladies, don't you want to see him wiggle his hips? I do.
Audience applauds and starts catcalling at Chris.
More of a scientist than a wiggler.
Come on, get up.
Be a sport.
Okay.
Chris gets up out of his chair. Kissed, sung by Tom Jones, starts, and Chris wiggles his hips along as the audience applauds.
He does look like a young Tom Jones. Okay, when we come back, we're going to give Dr. Chris Cooper a complete makeover. Okay, Chris, wiggle us out.
Chris keeps wiggling, and he's getting pretty into it. Soak it up, you ugly sponge. Cut to exterior park night. Two cops are parked in their cruiser. The camera looks at them through the windshield. Cop number one burps and throws out an empty bottle of beer out the window.
Hey, did you see that Nina Bedford show this morning?
Yeah, that thing about toast fucking.
Toast fucking?
Yeah, it was a new thing where you fuck or get fucked with toast.
No, that show this morning was about the new drug.
Oh, must have been a dream I had. They both laugh.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll pitter patter, let's get at it. Cop number two starts up the car.
Hey, wait a minute. I gotta go drain the snake.
Drain the snake. Cop number one starts whistling and gets out of the car and walks over to the park bathroom. He goes in and turns on the lights. Lights off, asshole! Lights off, asshole!
Stop, run!
Run.
Okay.
All sorts of half-naked men come running out of the bathroom. The cops make a desperate attempt, trying to grab just one of them. Hey, freeze! I'm your nightmare, mister! Freeze! Wally comes out of the bathroom, covering himself with a shirt.
Freeze.
Wally freezes on the spot.
I got one. Down, down. Not a word. Down, down on the ground, sir. Get down on the ground.
Yeah, officer, those men, they stole my wallet.
Yeah, we always win. Cut to exterior suburban home, Wally's house. Doreen and Wally's kids are standing in the doorway of his house. All the neighbors are out because Wally's being brought home naked by the cops. He's covered his genitalia with his hands, which are handcuffed together.
Just step out of the car, please, sir.
It's all just a big misunderstanding, like the Reese Company episode. Somebody came in the wrong door and all hell broke loose. Doreen!
Oh, Wally.
We didn't charge him, ma'am. We thought bringing him home bare-ass naked was enough. Cop number 2 laughs under his breath.
Were the handcuffs totally necessary, officer?
Well, actually, that was your husband's idea. Cop number 2 hands her Wally's clothes.
Well, thanks for dropping him off. Good night.
Ma'am, I'd just like to say how a man like that can get up to these types of park shenanigans with a lovely piece of ass like yourself waiting at home.
Thank you. I guess.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Cops leave.
Honey, I think you've got a right to know what happened.
Wally, please don't.
I don't know. I went driving because, as you know, I love driving. And suddenly I had to take the biggest pee in the world. So I saw this washroom. So I stopped in.
Come on, kids.
Doreen and the kids go inside, leaving Wally to explain it all to the staring neighbors.
And it was full of those types. You know, queers and queenies. So one of them tried to kiss me, but I said no. No, 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 no.
Cut to interior psychiatrist's office. Wally is sitting in the psychiatrist's office.
No, but he just kept kissing me. Why would he do that?
But didn't you tell me that you had gripped him by the buttocks and pulled him closer?
Yes, but that was because I was concerned that he might fall. I mean, doctor, his pants were around his goddamn ankles. Doctor, why do those, those types keep thinking I'm one of them?
Because you are one of them.
Uh-huh.
You are gay. You are gay. You are a homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of straight. You're gay. Look, I know it. Your family know it. Dogs know it. Everyone seems to know it except you.
Then why is it that I'm not aware of it?
It's called denial.
Look, doctor, are you just gonna sit there and spew your psychiatric mumbo jumbo at me all day?
No. I just tell you what. I'm gonna write you a prescription for the drug.
The drug?
Yeah, Gleamanex. It's new. I don't normally like to do this, but you're a special case.
Well, will I still be in denial?
No, it's hoped that you'll just be gay. Interior, a cab. Lacey and Raj are riding in a cab.
Well, Casey's on it.
Uchera's on it.
Robbie's on it.
Seven's on it.
Josh is on it.
Sky is on it.
Well, of course Sky is on it. Sky's on everything.
Yeah, including you.
Once.
Yeah, well.
They both laugh.
It's made from monkey cum, you know.
Pardon me?
The drug. It's made from monkey cum. They keep these monkeys locked up in a room all day, you know, and then they make them jack off and then they boil it or something. And that's what the drug is made of.
They make them jack off?
Oh, yeah. They show them this, animal pornography, kinky stuff like two dogs making love to a cat or a bat and a pig,
That's bullshit.
Cabbie screeches to a stop.
Okay, you two, out of my cab. I don't like that kind of language, all right?
Yeah, well, you're obviously not on it.
Yeah, we'll move it out of here.
You're not getting
I
a
said,
$1,
move it
you
out of
ugly
here.
man.
I don't give a crap, you stupid slinky whore.
Cut to interior suicide club, a Grivo concert. Melanie walks up to the two groupies.
Is he coming out?
I hear he's too depressed to go on.
Oh, it's gonna be great, eh?
Groupie 2 pushes Melanie to the side. The music starts. The crowd starts chanting Grivo. After a while, Grivo walks on stage and up to the microphone, and the music stops. I want to talk about drugs. Heroin! No, not heroin.
Speed!
No, not speed.
Hashish!
No, not even hashish.
Horse tranquilizers?
No, not horse tranquilizers. I just heard about a drug that makes you happy. Well, I just want to say, fuck happy! The crowd cheers and the music starts again. Cut to interior Rorder building boardroom. Don is sleeping in his chair. Marv walks in.
Well, are they in?
Yes, Don, the grosses are in.
Well,
Don, I think it's important to remember that these things are not always as bad as they seem. I mean, the data can be interpreted many ways. I think it's important to keep that in mind. There are a lot of ways of interpreting the data, Don.
yeah, right.
I think that you should just... Don grabs the drug variety from Marv and looks at it. Its headline is Gleamanex Soars.
You son of a bitch, we're number one!
I got you, Don.
You son of a bitch, we beat penicillin!
We kicked penicillin's sorry ass.
Can I have the room for a second, you son of a bitch?
Yes, Don, I understand. Marv leaves.
We beat penicillin!
Don throws down the paper. Cut to interior Wally's bedroom. Cut to Wally's bedroom where he's watching porn. He takes a pill out of the Gleamanex bottle and takes one. The pill goes down to his stomach and into his brain. He has a flashback of his happiest memory where he's a soldier.
You are scum.
Yes, sir.
You know what we're going to do today?
No, sir.
We are going to be doing push-ups all day, you and me, all day.
That Wally smiles.
Do you think that's funny, soldier?
No, sir.
Well, you will be doing those push-ups with me lying on your back. You are going to discover muscles you never knew you had. Big muscles, hard muscles.
Oh, yes, sir.
They look at each other's crotches and they both quickly look up. Flashback ends. Interior suburban house, Wally's house. Wally runs downstairs where Doreen and his kids are sitting.
Guess what? I'm gay.
Yay!
The kids high-five each other. The parade music starts. Exterior suburban street. Wally's family marches out the door behind them and begin to march down their street.
I'm gay. He's gay.
More people join in the march.
I'm gay.
He's gay.
The girls giggle. The parade is getting bigger. People do flips in front of camera. Wally does a cartwheel.
I'm gay.
He's gay!
He's gay.
He's gay.
Did you hear the news? He's gay!
I used to be straight, but now I'm gay. I think the drug made me that way.
He's gay. He's gay. He's gay.
All the neighbors crowd around Wally and he disappears out of view. When he reappears, he's wearing a spandex bodysuit. The crowd lifts him up into the air.
I'm gay.
Who cares?
The crowd drops Wally and walks away.
Okay.
Cut to exterior Reuters house night. People are lining up to get into a party. A couple show their tickets to the doorman.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
The couple shows their ticket. Another couple shows their tickets.
These are fakes. Get out of here. Scram.
Another couple shows their tickets.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Cut to interior Reuters house.
I think that's him, the inventor of the drug.
Alice, Baxter, Simon, and Chris walk into the party.
Oh my god, Mr. Reuter's house is amazing.
The women smile at Chris.
This reminds me of when I was a little girl. I used to come out with my.
Chris, can I see you? It'll take like 5 minutes. Great. He drags Chris away.
Well, actually, Marv,
They're talking about us.
Someone would like to meet you.
Oh, really?
They walk up to Cancer Boy, who's in a wheelchair.
Hello?
Hi, Doctor. I'm Cancer Boy.
And what would you like to say to the doctor?
I'd like to thank you for your marvelous drug.
Oh, are you on it, Cancer Boy?
No, there's no hope for me, but my parents are on it though. They were so low, just because of me, but because my brother was born with his heart on the outside of his body.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Chris sticks out his hand to shake Cancer Boy's. Cancer Boy moves his wheelchair up to Chris and shakes his hand.
Oh,
Sorry, so sorry.
that's okay. My marrow's just a little low.
Cancer Boy hands Chris an hors d'oeuvre. Now, Chris, we've really been ignoring Don all night. We should really, speak to him. Chris looks at Alice waving at him. Marv drags him away. Cancer Boy excitedly moves his wheelchair back and forth.
Did you see? Did you see the doctor and me? Did you see?
Cut to interior Roarder's house. Don's private room. Marv and Chris are coming out from down to Don's room to an elevator. Don is getting a head scratch. He sees Chris and Marv.
Oh, hi, Chris. Come in. I'm almost done.
Marv and Chris walk in.
Thank you, Marv.
Marv walks back to the elevator and looks at Chris and Don through the doors as long as he can before it goes up.
Could you do it a little harder? A little softer. In circles. Just less in circles. Right. But more in circles. Great. Done. Chris,
No thanks, Don.
are you sure?
Chris nods.
Thanks, Siobhan. Good job. Can we get anything else? Chris, grappa, wine, cappuccino, tickets to a Lakers game.
No thanks, Don.
You sure? What about a cheesecake? Double A batteries. Landon, Montana.
No, thank you.
Okay, Chris, I offer you these things, but they'll be yours anyway. Do you understand?
Chris nods, then shakes his head.
No.
Did, Marv talk to you?
Yes, he did.
Ah, good, so you know.
Chris nods, then shakes his head.
No what?
That we're applying your drug to be non-prescription.
But my drug is for clinically depressed.
They walk into a pool area. The camera follows.
You know, Chris, you've invented a marvelous drug, and right now only certain people can have access to it, and we think that everyone should have access to it, like ghetto children. You know, apparently their lives are horrible. Did you read that thing in the Times? But you want ghetto children to be happy, don't you, Chris?
Well, sure, Don.
Of course you do. Now, there may be some papers to sign, but if this thing happens. But of course it may not. But you know how these things are.
But I really think.
Don interrupts Chris by singing a few notes up to the ceiling, which echo back to him.
That was supposed to be fixed. Come on, Chris.
Exterior Roarder's backyard night. They walk outside onto a patio where there's music and people talking.
Hang on. I'll introduce you around. Everyone.
The music stops and everyone is silent.
This is Chris Cooper. He's the inventor of our new drug.
Everyone claps.
Now, as some of you may know, the drug is going non-prescription, and that's good. That's all.
The music starts again and people start talking.
What's this?
Oh, this is the real party, Chris.
Cut to interior Roarder's house. Alice is standing on the steps of the other party.
Where's Chris? I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while.
Hey, look over here. He's on this monitor.
The camera switches to a view of Chris on the monitor talking to a woman at the real party.
Oh, wow. Who's she?
Cute.
Oh, she must be another scientist.
Cut to a graphic sequence. Pills are falling against a black screen. The words 3 months later appear on screen. Cut to interior Broader building boardroom. Cisco, Dawn, Chris, and Natalie are in the boardroom looking at a dog. Chris is now dresses and acts hip. So, Chris, does this dog say Gleamanex for pets?
Sort of. I don't even think he looks happy or if he would even take the drug.
You don't like Chris?
It's just that I have a dog in my head and I haven't seen it yet.
They get into a big commotion of Chris saying he doesn't like the dog, and everyone's saying they agree.
Oh, Nate, my cup is Luke.
Lukewarm, Chris.
No, Luke Skywalker, you fucking inbred.
Tasty.
Cut to interior suicide club. A Grivo concert. A guy jumps off a balcony to have no one to catch him. The crowd is chanting Grivo. He walked up to the microphone. Hold it! Heroin! No, not heroin. I wrote it in the park. Crowd cheers. Happiness and sunbeams and cute little puppy dogs. Those are the things that I've seen with my heart. Life is a happy game. You don't forget to smile, but every now and then.
Fuck, he's on the drug.
Your face may harbors a frown. You suck! Cut to interior music video. The video of Happiness Pie plays. It has various shots of Wally and Doreen, the cops, Bellini, Mrs. Hurdicure, and Grivo frolicking in a pie. I don't know any of this song. Sadness is a barnacle clinging to your bright boat. You won't let it sink spirits if you'll only learn to float. We're all sea captains. We're all sea captains sailing. I'm just gonna read. We're all sea captains sailing on life's rough seas. Come on, you Magellans, come with me. I've got pie, happiness pie. Happy tailors, happy workers, happy farmers, happy girls, happy widowers, happy freelance artists, happy welders, happy world, happy drinkers, happy thinkers, happy musicians, happy beauticians, happy mayors, happy pears, happy call girls, happy hula boys. Pie, happiness pie, happiness pie. Wow. Cut to interior concert hall. It is the World Video Awards. Happiness Pie is just finished playing on a large monitor in the theater.
The winner of the World Video Award for the Best New Contemporary Song is Grivo!
Grivo walks on stage and takes his award. Thank you. I'd like to thank my fan base. We did it. Smile. It's free. Grivo kisses the statue. Yeah. He begins to walk off, but the trophy girls turn him around and have him walk off the other way.
He's the inventor of the new wonder drug, Gleamanex. She's a supermodel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Chris Cooper and Clemtor.
Chris and Clemtor walk on stage. Clemtor is dressed in a sun yellow vinyl dress and high heels. She speaks with a thick but indistinguishable accent.
Writing a hit song is a real science.
You should know, Chris.
They both in class.
Another one is a new song. He have fucked.
And the first nominee is Cancer Boy from
Yummy.
his new album, Whistle Your Low.
Cut to Cancer Boy's video full screen. Cancer Boy is in front of a blue screen. The video is Cancer Boy just whistling on a beach. Behind him are big, majestic, crashing waves. Cut to exterior concert hall, the red carpet. Chris is walking outside after the awards. There are lots of people crowding around him and chanting his name. Chris is happy and makes a high five sign to Cisco, who's walking behind him. Cisco doesn't return the high five. They keep walking.
Thank you, thank you.
A guy, scarred guy, pulls him over.
I would have killed myself if it weren't for you. Thanks, kid. Can I have an autograph?
He holds out his wrists, which have suicide scars on them.
Sure, can I sign along the scar? Yeah, sure. All right.
Chris signs his name on the guy's scar.
Chris Cooper signed my scar. Thanks, thank you, thanks.
He laughs and gives someone a high five. Cut to Cisco is opening a limo door and a bird flies into his eye. Oh, God, something's in my eye! You fucking bird! Interior, Chris's apartment. There's a sound of someone knocking on a door. Pan to Chris's room where he's asleep in bed with two girls. Chris sits up a bit.
What?
Cisco is sitting on a chair next to the bird with a patch on his eye. Chris, do you want me to get it?
Oh, I'm favorable.
One of the girls goes to answer the door. It's Alice.
Oh, hello? What do you want? Is your uncle here? Uncle?
She's confused, then understands and starts laughing.
Right.
Chris hobbles downstairs.
Uncle Chris.
Uncle, want me to play another game? Because Alice, what are you doing here?
There's something wrong with little Sigmund.
She holds up a running wheel with a frozen mouse on it. The other girl walks downstairs.
Chris, can we order chicken wings?
Get a receipt!
What do you mean wrong?
He's in some sort of coma or something.
Let me see.
Chris takes the wheel.
I think little Sigmund is locked in his happiest memory.
Let's see a mouse thinking, Alice.
That's it, we're breaking up.
Alice, you seem a little upset and pretty deluded.
No.
I just think you should seriously consider taking my drug.
Alice storms out. Cisco comes downstairs. Women! Oh, not you two. Alice bursts back in.
I was in love with you, you know. I could have anyone. I'm beautiful.
Alice storms out again. The girls laugh. Alice bursts back in again.
We almost kissed.
Alice storms out again. Chris locks the door. When would you girls like to sign that form that says last night never happened? Shot of Chris looking at the mouse. Cut to interior depression project hallway. Chris walks up to the lab. When he opens the door, a bunch of half-naked men come running out. Then Wally walks out wearing short shorts.
All yours, Captain.
Cut to interior depression project lab. Chris walks in and looks around. He notices a monkey is frozen on the top of his cage. He puts his finger on the monkey's forehead. Cut to a flashback of the monkey's happiest memory. The monkey is playing chess with Simon. Simon makes a move, and the monkey looks at the board.
Go ahead. Make your move.
The monkey makes a move. Simon laughs until he realizes that he's lost. End of memory. Cut back to present, where Chris looks at the monkey for a few seconds and then runs out of the lab. Exterior Mrs. Hurdicure's house. Chris walks up to Mrs. Hurdicure's house, a lone house situated among skyscrapers.
957? 957?
Chris knocks on the door.
957, Mrs. Hurdicure.
The door opens by itself and Chris walks in. Interior Mrs. Hurdicure's house.
Mrs. Hurdicure.
There's a loud sound of cats meowing.
Mrs. Hurdicure.
He walks into the living room to see thousands of cats all over the place.
Rowena, 957, Mrs. Hurdicure.
He walks into the living room and a cat falls on his head.
Cat on my head. Cat on my head.
Finally throws it off and looks up to see 3 more cats clung to the ceiling. He walks to the backyard window and sees Mrs. Hurdicure frozen and 2 boys looking up her dress.
Hey, you kids, get away from there. Get out from under the old lady's dress.
The kids run away.
Mrs. Hurdicure, are you all right? Are you all right, Mrs. Hurdicure? Mrs. Hurdicure.
Cut to a sequence. Cut to short clips of Mrs. Hurdicure's happiest memory being rerun over and over again. Cut to exterior Mrs. Hurdicure's house backyard. Chris looks at Mrs. Hurdicure for a few moments, then quickly walking away.
T, T, T.
Cut to interior order building elevator. Chris is going up to the boardroom in an elevator. He has a flashback of the meeting that he had with Dawn discussing the drug. Cut to interior order building boardroom.
Dr. Cooper, is it ready or not?
In my opinion, the drug is ready.
Cut back to present. Chris bursts into the boardroom where a bris is in session.
Don, where?
A snipping noise is heard, and everyone goes, "Aww."
Don, could I,
Everyone looks at him.
Excuse me for a second, Rabbi.
Don and Marv walk over to Chris.
Chris, we're having a family bris. My nephew's brissing. We're about to bris. Can this not wait?
Don, we're in trouble.
What?
When I told you the drug was ready, I hadn't really done enough testing, and now Mrs. Hurdicure, one of the first test subjects, has gotten into a coma.
Yeah, but Chris, wasn't she an old lady? Old ladies go into comas every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Don, it's the drug. Alice tried to warn me, but I didn't listen. But people gotta know we gotta go to the media.
The media, Chris?
What are we talking? Newspapers, television, CD-ROM, college radio.
Yes, Don, the whole kit and caboodle.
You know, I think we ought to think about it before we go to the media.
Mm-hmm. They both think about it for a few moments. Yeah, no.
No?
No, I don't think we should go to the media.
You know, I agree.
Huh.
Yeah.
But we have to.
Baby starts to cry.
Rabbi Johnson, just give me a minute, okay? Chris, let's talk.
Cut to interior order building hallway elevator. Don and Chris are walking down the hallway towards the elevator.
You know, Chris, the thing about being upset is that it's sometimes being a turn on to women. It's not really a state that you really want to be in when you make important decisions like, say, going to the press. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I wouldn't agree. I think we've got to get the word out.
Yeah, but would you agree that Paris is the capital of France? Wouldn't you agree to that?
Yes, but
Good, so we're back in agreement. You know, the thing is, Chris, your drug, it's effectively changing the world for the better. It's important, and you know because, have you heard? Crack is, well, it's gone, and crime is down, and oddly enough, so is tourism, but if I haven't said it before, good job.
Don and Chris are walking out of the elevator and down the hall.
You know, about the comas. Chris, in war, they call it a sort of thing, acceptable losses. Like, it's 1944, the Germans are in France, and really they should be in Germany, and it's gonna cost a pretty penny to get them home, and, what do we already know about your drug? And, what I'm gonna show you is the acceptable losses. They're really about 5%, if that.
Cut to interior order building, large furnitureless room. Don and Chris are in a room with lots of coma victims just wandering around. Don turns on the lights.
Chris, it might be very easy here to take the narrow view and say, oh my God, we're coma victims. How terrible, blah, 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 blah. But, Chris, I still think that's the narrow view, They're stuck in their happiest memories.
Close up on a woman coma victim.
Won't you take me to? Won't you take me to? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Cut to interior disco, coma victim's happiest memory. She's at a dancing disco to Funky Town. Cut to interior order building, large furnitureless room.
Funky Town.
And Chris, in a situation like this, I think you should rely on my experience. Because Chris, when I invented the Stummies,
Oh, fuck, Stummies. And you too, Don. You pushed dumb Baxter, said the drug was great. I said testing, and you took my lab, and sure, I lost my virginity, but do you think you pushed... Boy, you pushed... I gotta return Rear Window to the video store now. This comas, acceptable losses, late fees, and...
No. I don't think I'll fuck Stummies.
Don waves his finger in Chris's face.
Get your finger out of my face, Don.
Chris smacks Don's hand out of the way.
Don't you touch my finger.
Then get your finger out of my face, Don.
Don't you touch my finger.
They argue like this for a bit, alternating pointing the finger and smacking down the finger. Then Don grabs Chris's head, and after struggling for a bit, Chris throws Don into a door.
You know, Chris, I had such high hopes for you, but unfortunately, you just don't get it.
Don walks out the door.
Ow! My fucking finger!
Chris looks at the coma victims for a few seconds, then walks out of the room. Cut to exterior city street sidewalk. Chris is walking down the street. He stops by a huge poster advertising Gleamanex with a huge picture of him on it, dunking the drug. He sees Wally and his boyfriend dressed as sailors. Wally has gone into a coma.
What? What's the matter? Oh, Wally, come on now. Not tonight. We're wearing our suits. No secrets here. Remember, no secrets between sailors.
Cut to exterior army training ground.
You are scum. Do you hear me, soldier?
Wally smiles. Cut to exterior army training ground outside of the outdoor showers. Another memory. The soldiers are lined up in the trenches.
Jasinski,
Yes, sir.
there are two men standing over by the wall. Do you see them?
Wally takes binoculars and sees two men showering by a wall, as well as lots of naked and half-naked men walking around.
Got him.
Okay, Wally, you're my best man. Now here's the plan. You go over there and fuck them. We'll stay here and masturbate.
Yes, sir.
Now go.
Wally runs off wearing pants with the material ripped out at the butt.
Now there goes a man.
Cut to exterior city street sidewalk. Wally falls over and his pills spill out onto the street. Chris picks one up and looks at it. He sees Alice's face in the pill.
Chris, I thought you said the drug was ready. I'm confused. I thought you said the drug was ready. Chris, you said the drug was ready.
He takes a swig of liquor. The face changes to Mrs. Hurdicure.
Oh, Dr. Cooper, thank you for your marvelous coma.
Face changes to Don.
Chris, ne vous allez pas en media. Don't go to the media.
I gotta go to the media.
He throws down the pill. Cut to interior border building hallway.
I'd like to thank the members of the media who did make it. College Radio, Rifles and Helmets magazine. Of course, Groupie, thank you all for coming. Who needs the networks anyway? Okay then, follow me. I'm going to take you to where Hurdicure hides its terrible secret. A secret that I'm responsible for. I accept my part in this and ask you now to brace yourselves as you bear witness Hurdicure's hideousness.
Chris turns around and Marv is there. Sorry, it's Roarder. And can you spare 5 minutes, Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry, Marv. No, Marv, I'm going to expose the comas.
Oh, I think it would help if you come with me.
Okay, Marv, fine. Let's go.
Right, it's the other way, Chris.
Oh. No, Marv, I'm going to expose the comas.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Okay, everyone. Stay together. Tight unit. Except for my brain.
They walk away. The camera follows them.
Marv, I'm glad you and Don have finally come to your senses and realized that you can't.
They walk up to a big, flashy room filled with reporters, and Cisco is on a... Oh, Don and Cisco are on stage with Alice, Baxter, and Simon, who are beside the stage.
What is this?
Oh, this is the real press conference, Chris.
The real press conference?
There's food. Reporters run off. Interior border building press room. Don steps up to the microphone. He's wearing a comically overdone brace on his finger.
Ladies and everyone, We've been joined by Dr. Chris Cooper.
All the reporters turn around and take pictures.
And thanks to Dr. Cooper, we're pleased to announce that we're breaking ground on the first 10 Roritor Comatorians.
Don and Cisco point on another stage and a curtain opens to show a model of a comatorium.
And now I'd like to introduce you to our first lucky lady resident.
Another curtain opens and Mrs. Hurdicure is in a bed with her son and daughter-in-law standing beside.
There, old darling.
It's Mrs. Hurdicure.
Well, what a wonderful visit we're having to Reuter's new comatorium where my mother will be cared for, washed, and read to.
We envy her.
Yes, we do, but we'll settle for this cashier's check for $10,000. Which is what the families will receive if a lucky loved one goes to a better place.
Their
happiest memory. Natalie is dressed as a reporter and she stands up.
Wow, that's a lot of money. How pleasing.
Everyone applauds.
Wait, that's not what I invented the drug for. I mean, does she look happy?
Everyone looks at her. She has a big smile on her face.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, granted, she looks happy, but people are supposed to be depressed sometimes. Like, I invented the drug for people to depressed to get off the floor, not because you missed the bus or because you don't look good in a yellow hat.
Chris passes by a girl in a yellow hat, and she, hurt, takes it off.
That's just wrong.
Tell them, Chris.
I mean, without his pain and sadness, could Van Gogh have painted all this stuff? I know
Chris
that's not an actual Van Gogh, but still, my point is you can't be happy all the time. That's life. Take it back.
Everyone cheers.
You know, those words hurt, but of course you must realize that they come from a man who's gone mad with depression. Fortunately, it happens to some of our greatest geniuses. People like Oppenheimer, Schweitzer, Boxcar Willie. And that's why today we're especially sad to announce that Dr. Chris Cooper has, in fact, been found certifiably depressed. What does that mean again, Cisco?
Legally, he's got to take his own drug.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Two security guards walk up beside Chris.
Marv.
Marv walks up holding a plate of pills. Don picks one up.
Please, Chris. We want you to try and remember we're only doing this because we love you.
If the pill is so safe, Don, why don't you take it?
Everyone shouts out assorted, yeah!
Yeah, why don't you take it?
Well, I have absolutely no problem with that. In fact, I'm actually quite fond of the drug, and if a demonstration is what is needed, so be it. Marv,
Yes, Don.
take the drug.
Of course, Don. Marv takes the pill and swallows it. Cut to interior Rotor building office kitchen. Marv's happiest memory. He's in the office kitchen waiting for a guy to pee into Don's coffee mug.
Is that cappuccino ever going to be ready, or do I need to come in here and grind the beans with your head?
Just warming it up, Don. What is taking you so long? Stop staring at me. Marv turns around. A peeing noise is heard, and Marv takes the cup. Coming, Don. Cut to interior Rotor building press room. Marv has a funny expression on his face.
There you have it. I've done my part. We've taken the drug, and now it's your turn, Dr. Cooper.
Chris.
Don moves in towards Chris.
Excuse me. Oh, come on, Chris. Open.
Uh-huh.
Don plugs Chris's nose, and when he's forced to take a breath, Don shoves the pill into his mouth. Chris pretends to swallow. Chris smiles, then grabs Don's crotch. While Don is yelling, he spits the pill he supposedly swallowed into Don's mouth. Dawn starts choking and eventually swallows.
Oh dear.
Cut to interior order building boardroom. Dawn's happiest memory. He's sitting in the chair in the boardroom, reading to the drug variety. Marv hands him a cappuccino.
You know, it's the little things in life that make it worthwhile.
Dawn takes a sip of the cappuccino. Marv looks like he's about to crack up.
Good coffee, Marv.
Cut to interior order building press room. Dawn has a funny look on his face and takes off his shoes.
Slipped off my shoes.
Dawn starts doing some weird dancing. The press crowds around and takes pictures. Chris takes off running. Cut to exterior city street. The cabbie is driving through a parade.
I think this is what the cabbie was. So did they listen to Dr. Cooper and stop taking the drug? No, they did not. God damn it. Today, they even have parades to celebrate the comas. Then they drag the poor bastards like they're fucking astronauts. I don't like the world now. I mean, before I always knew I was a son of a bitch, but now I'm the only son of a bitch I know.
Cabbie honks his horn.
Hey, make way for the real human being. Get out of the way.
He runs over someone blocking his path and turns onto an empty street.
As for Dr. Cooper, well, some say he joined a Kiss cover band and rocks 3 nights a week in some chicken bar. And still, others say, and I hope this is true.
Camera pans down to a secret laboratory. Interior secret laboratory.
That he's out there somewhere, working for a cure for all this stupid happiness.
Simon, Chris, and Alice walk up to Mrs. Hurdicure sitting in a chair.
Easy, easy.
Alice is about to give Mrs. Hurdicure a pill.
Alice, wait, I just want to say we worked very hard
We have.
under some difficult circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very confident that this new drug will unlock her unhappiest memory.
Yeah, but Chris, that's what you said about the drug we tested on Baxter.
They all look at Baxter, who's doing a funny little dance and has a weird look on her face. She looks like a dancing rabid rodent.
Okay, then let's get at it.
Twin-wide, Mrs. Hurdicure. That's a good girl.
Mrs. Hurdicure takes the pill and swallows it. She then bolts up in her chair.
Mrs. Hurdicure, how do you feel?
Sad.
She's depressed. She's sad. She's sad.
Yes, yes, yes.
The scientists throw their papers and start hugging each other and dancing around. Simon goes over to Baxter.
Baxter, we did it.
Baxter hugs Simon, then starts humping his leg.
No. Baxter, no. She's sad.
Alice and Chris look at each other.
Oh, Chris.
They lean in to kiss.
No, Alice, we just depressed one old lady. We got a whole world to bum out.
It can wait.
They kiss. Close up on Mrs. Hurdicure crying. Cut to exterior ice rink. Mrs. Hurdicure is with her grandchild, Miguel.
Okay, Miguel, I've got a surprise for you, so keep your eyes closed. Don't peek, okay? Okay, open your eyes.
She hands him a whole bunch of orange helium balloons.
Wow, thanks, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Miguel. You look adorable. Let me get a picture of you. Boy, oh boy, this'll be grand.
She walks away to take a picture, and Miguel starts to float away.
Whoa.
Miguel, oh no.
She runs after him.
Come to Grandma.
Oh, I'm gonna fall.
Sorry. So what does this whole story mean? The only way to be happy is to know you won't be happy every single day. La 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 la. It sounds better in the original Croatian, right? But as for the kid, he turned out okay. He came down in a field a few days later, and I ironically grew up to be an airline pilot. So there you go. You have a happy ending. Now you now get out and get out, because nowhere on your ticket does it say you can sleep here.
After the credits, Mrs. Hurdicure is to the ice rink.
Mother Hurdicure.
Eh? Oh, Jane.
Where's he go?
I thought he was with you.
Well, he missed the clown.
The end. That is just the very weird brain candy movie. This script does not do it justice. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see y'all at the next one.